Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this. I am currently painting an apothecary, which is a pharmacy, and this is what I've got done with it. As you can see, there's fine details that has to be finished on it. So what I'm planning on doing is the trim work that's up here on the false front, and getting the back door and hopefully the framework on all the windows, and then this will be ready to paint the overall work. So I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to paint the trim up here on the false front, and I'm thinking I may go on ahead and paint that black as well. I know that there's a lot of black in this painting, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. So I'm going to go on ahead and do that. So I've used my Ret Paint paper liner. I don't know how wet or dry the black is. It seems to be decent to the touch, still decently moist, so I will go on ahead and use what I can out of it. So I am using my fine paintbrush so I can do this upper trim. Okay, so there we have the top of the trim. I'm thinking along the lines of maybe red for the other part of it. It's a very old-fashioned building, and I'm not quite sure how they would have colored it or decorated it. I really don't. I don't know what colors they would have used. I'm assuming that they would have used some red to represent like medicine, you know, blood and everything, health, and black. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what colors they would have ever chosen. I really don't. I reckon the majority of the buildings, more or less, they weren't necessarily colorful. Just your basic black and brown, I guess. But seeing that I'm the one that's coloring this, that's painting it, I can paint it any color I want. So there's the red. And double rinse it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the black. And this is what it's turning out to be so far. I'm going to go on ahead and paint the trim on around toward the back of the building the way it is. It's a wraparound trim. Okay, so we've got the wraparound trim here. There is so much trim on this building. Seriously, so much trim. Okay. So there's that. Alright, now I'm going ahead and paint the trim on the windows. While we're working with black. I'm going to try very hard to get all of the trim work done today so that we can go right into the building itself on part 3. It'll look a lot better when I add the other colors. Okay, I'm going to do the trim on the door in black, and then the door itself is going to be brown. And there's a door handle here for me to paint. Okay. So that's the back door. Now I've got one more window here to paint, and that will be it for part 2. Alright. It doesn't look like much right now with all the black trim. Almost looks more like a gel. But once I get the main color on the building, it will look a lot better. But after all, I am the shaky painter, and you can't expect the shaky painter to paint any better than she does. It's the fact that I enjoy doing it, and that's what counts. Even if it's not perfect, it's still decent, colorful, detailed. It's getting there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching part 2. Be looking for part 3, and I will see you soon.